Good evening, good afternoon today. For all your students, mothers have requesting me to start for college students. All are waiting for this. I am ready to take class. Just an intro for everything of you. I will upload all the videos for college students so that I can finish the portion very faster. I want to do. So today we are going to see software engineering. What is software engineering? It is a collection of data. So why we need software engineering? It is a collection when we collecting. So we will see software engineering. Software engineering. Engineering. Introduction to SDLC. Tell me, why we need SDLC, ma? Introduction to SDLC. SDLC. Why we need it? What is the use of SDLC? Tell me. It is requirements or customization. So what are the two types of in SDLC? So what are the two types of software? Two types of software. What is generic software? What is generic? A software has to be sold with a wide range of customers. So suppose we are saying that we are a customer. So we are going to do the customer. We are going to do the generic. So why we need it? It is a generic. Next one, custom. It is to develop the product. So why we need to develop the product? It is to develop the product or something that which we need or accessing the products. Okay. So what are categories of software? System software, application software, artificial intelligence software, web application software, and last one is engineering software and embedded software, all the software. So system software, why we need system software? To create a software using the variants. Why we need to create a software? It is to create a variant. It is not to show that we are not in a variance, but it to be clear, but it is clearly focusable. Next one, application software. Why we need application? We are developing the app. We are developing, like suppose we say one app called FIMAX. Savita College of Liberal Arts FIMAX. One app is there for Wi-Fi login. Suppose we are saying arms.liberal.savita.com. So it is like an application for we have to find the app, we have to find it, and we have to get it. Next one, engineering software. Why we need engineering software? It to decline engineering software from one department to another department. Next one, embedded software. Embedded software, what is embedded software? It is a embedded software. So this type of software can be used. So embedded software means the software can be used. It can focusable variant. Next one, web application software, like web we are finding it, web application you are finding it, whichever we are finding it, we are getting it. Next, last one, artificial intelligence software. Why we need artificial intelligence software? Tell me. Just to develop the knowledge for the artificial, like robotics, image, photos, everything we are getting it. So we are going to see a next topic, software process. Software process. What is software process? Specification. What is specification? What they are saying? So specification means that engineering and customers who want to specify the software. Now define and development. Software is designed and programmed. When we are designing the software, when we are programming the software, according to the we have to develop the software. We have to deliver to the client before the client's final product was done. Next one, validation. Validation means validating the product. Validating means when we are going to validate, it is not necessary to validate the product. Next one, evaluation. Evaluating the product. When we are evaluating the product, we have to evaluate the product. Now next one, what are goals, objectives of software engineering? We will see one by one. Satisfy user requirements. So why we need to satisfy user requirement? So we have to satisfy the user requirement according to the user needs, according to the user. We are developing the software. Next one, high availability. Why we need high availability? To satisfy the high available cost, to satisfy the wants and satisfy the wants of the needs. Low maintenance cost. So maintaining the current. Suppose we are maintaining maintenance low is going down. Suppose we are maintaining the current. So we have to pay the maintenance. So maintenance is, it will have to be paid when we are going to pay the low maintenance cost. The next one is delivering in time. Delivering in time. So we have to deliver the software in the time. After, if we are not delivering the software, otherwise delivery time will be over. Next one, low production cost. So why we need the software product should be cost and effective. So cost we need it and we have to effective the software product according to that. Next one, high performance. When we are performing any cost, when we are performing the high performance, we are saying that we have to high the performance of the cost. Next one, ease of reuse. The last one, use same software in different same system and systems. Systems and software. So we are using the core system, we are using for the software, we are using for everything. If we do this, definitely we can easily do it. Okay. Next topic we are going to see. Next topic we are going to see attributes of good software. Why we need attributes of good software? Maintainability. We have to maintain the software according to maintainability. Maintainability, we have to maintain the software. Dependability, depending the software. According to the dependability, we have to depend the software. Next one, usability. Using the software, we have to use the using the software. Efficiency or effectiveness. But we have to effective the software. We have the effectiveness. We have to bring the effective and bringing the effectiveness. Okay. Next one we are going to see. So chapter 2 we are going to see SDLC design. SDLC models we have started. So chapter 2. So we are going to see layer technology. I will draw and show you one diagram. You will listen. Quality focus. So tools. Why we need tools? So we have to develop the software. So first we will discuss quality focus. So why we need quality focus? If it is not quality software, it is not a quality focus. It is not necessary to develop the software. Next, process. According to the process, according to the requirement, it is not a compulsion that we have to compile the software. Next one, communication. So communicating with the client. Suppose we are communicating with Manmi, communicating with Malar, communicating with Mansha, Jasmine, we are communicating with that. Suppose we are communicating, we have to communicate according to the client requirement. Next one, planning. What is planning? It is drawing a map, or it is a primary function of management. That's all. So it is a drawing a map, or it is a draw. Next, modeling. If according to the client requirement for better understanding. So according to the client requirement, what we have to do? We have to develop the software. We have to build the software. We have to develop it. We have to deliver the client. Everything if we do, then only we can able to do the software. Next one, construction. Construction means what? It is a coding. We are typing the coding. We are doing the testing. Okay. So deployment. After we complete the 4 product, the last step is deployment. Delivering the final product in time. Deploying the product into the time. Next one, methods. Why we need methods? So how to do costing. So why we need a method? If you need a method for it, we are going to do the methods. We are going to do it. So we are doing the method according to the client requisition. Now tools. Last and final part of the software engineering is tools. We are using paint tool, star tool, rectangular tool, circle tool, polygon tool. We are using all these tools. So according to the tools, we are using the tools. So next we are going to see FDLC models, planning and requirement analysis. So why we need planning and requirement analysis? Requirement, what is planning? Planning the proper work in time. Requirement analysis, requiring the analysis from one of the another. Next, defining requirements. Requiring means according to the requirements, we have to requirement the software. Next one, designing the product. Why we need to design? Suppose we are building the product, suppose we are designing the product, suppose we are building it, we are getting it. Suppose we have to build the product according to the client requirement, according to the good quality of software, we have to build the designing. The fourth one is building and developing the product. We have to build the product, we have to develop the product, we have to give the product, we have to develop the software according to the client's requirement, according to the specification. Testing the product. So all the stage of FDLC model. First stage we found planning and requirement analysis, defining requirements. Planning and requirement analysis, designing, developing, building and developing the product. So fifth one, testing we have to see. The testing, why we need test? To test the product in the time. If we test the product in the time, automatically you can go. The last step is deployment. Deployment is to deliver the product according to the time. If we deliver a product, we have to deliver the product back. So we will see the models. What are the models? What is waterfall model? Yeah, we will see waterfall. What are the type of model? Waterfall model, iterative or incremental, spiral, prototype, pole. So waterfall model. Why we need waterfall model? We will discuss this model now. Waterfall model. So according to the waterfall, we are getting the waterfall model. Okay. So I will show you one diagram. You listen and do it. One diagram I will show you. For waterfall model alone. Okay. According to the requirements, according to the client. Okay. So requirement analysis. So I will requirement to require the client according to the requirement analysis. Suppose we are requiring the client for communication. So we have to communicate with the college people. you have to communicate with your mentor, communicating with other girlfriends and other boys. So that is communication. So communicating with them. System defined. We have to design the system. We have to define the software according to the client requirement. According to the, we have to think and we have to do it correctly according to the system of the requirements. Next one. Implementation. Why we need implementation? If you need implementation, we have to develop the implementation, develop the software according to their time. Integration and testing. Integrating the, we have to integrate the software, we have to test the software according to the client. Next one, deployment. Deploying the product. We are once we develop the final product, the software is over. Next, maintenance. Maintaining the current according to the requirements. Suppose we are going for college for maintaining the current. So it is the maintenance of the list, maintenance of the current. Next, what are advantage and disadvantage? Let me see one by one. It is a simple and easy to understand and use. Simple and easy to understand and use. Suppose we are understanding it. Suppose we have to simple and easy understand. Pay for process. Pay for process. So we have to process the pay. It works OL for this small project. So it is a work. It is like when we are working for a project, when we are going for office. Suppose we have to work for a project. Next one. Easy to arrange tasks. Arrange task. So when we are doing any task, suppose Mala is giving the task for Salman. So Mala is giving this. So we have to we have to do the task correctly. So what are the disadvantages? What are demerits? The model is not good for complication of object. So it is not a complication, and it is not a complication of an object. It is difficult to measure process within stage. It is very difficult when we are difficulting the process, when we are developing the software, when we are doing everything, that we have to develop the software. It is not free for long. It is why we have to not feeding the well and not feeling well, nothing. It is a feeling of the software. Next one, no working software. So suppose we are working the software, so we have to working the software. So next one, so waterfall model is over. Now second model we are going to see iterative or incremental model. Incremental model. So why we need incremental model? Incremental model, what is incremental model? Incremental model, it is a process when the software entire requirements are divided. Suppose we are dividing the software. Suppose we are doing the software. Anything which we can do, it is not a requisition that we are not requiring the software, but we are developing the software. Once we do the software correctly, then only we can able to do the software. Next one. So we have to develop according to the client requirement, according to the we have to do the software. So next we will see when we can use incremental model. So incremental model, when we can use requirements of complete system are clearly defined and understood. So when the systems are clearly defined, when we have system are understand, then we can use the incremental model. Next one, when the demand for clearly release of the product arises. So demand when we have to take this, so we have to develop the demand and develop the product arises. Okay, next one. Where the requirement must be defined. So we have to requirement. Okay. When the software engineering team are not very skilled as trained. So when we very skilled, we have to train the skill, and according to that, we have to train it. The last point is when IWIF features are and goals are achieved. So we have to achieve the goal, and we have to do the achievement of goal. So what are advantage and disadvantage of iterative and incremental model? Some of the working functions can be developed. So for suppose we have to develop the software, we have to develop it. So we have to develop the software according to that. The results are often early and periodically. Parallel development can be planned, and results will be added. It is easy to measure the development of progress. It is not easy to measure, but we have to easily measure the development progress. Next one. It is less costly to change the scope and requirement. It is not a compensation that we have to change, okay? So we have to change the scope and requirement. It is easy to manage risk. So we have to change and managing the risk. Suppose we have to manage it. So we have to easily, if we can change, we have to easily change and we have to manage the risk. Next one. If suppose requirement changing, it is not showing that it is not supporting the requirement change or not. Okay, next one. Testing and rebooting doing smaller iteration is easy. So why we say that testing and smaller deviation is easy? So it is not a composition that it is not a do testing and deviation. Suppose if we need, we have to do it. Next, last point. Doing the life cycle of the produce at the earlier stage that helps in customer evaluation feedback. And we have to give the feedback about the comments, hours of software development. We have to do it for customers according to their client requirement, according to their software development need. Okay. So disadvantages, what are the demerits? More amount of resources may be required. So more amount and resource when we have to require the resource. Management attention is required. So we have to require the attention according to the client. We have to maintain the management attention. The third one, the model is not suitable for small project. So we have to suitable for model. We have to suitable for a project. Next one, highly skill or resource required for this analysis. You have to do highly skill. You have to do the requirement for requiring analysis. Okay. 1 minute. You will see one more model, rapid application development model. Incremental model over. Now we will see one more model. Today we are going to see rapid application development model, that is RAD. So why we need RAD? So today we will see one more model called RAD, Rapid Application Development Model. So why we need Rapid Application Development Model, Jamil? So to develop the software, we need a model. So this is one type of incremental software process model in which there is an extremely fast development life cycle. Suppose we are developing the software. Suppose we are developing the software for Muller. So we have to develop the software for Muller. Suppose Muller is finishing the accounts and finance within 3 years. Muller wants to do MBA. So it is a possible difficulty in doing the MC. Next one. This model is similar to waterfall model in which achieve high speed development using component based construction. So suppose we have to do the component based. So we have to do the component based construction. Next one. To develop it is a fully functional system within a short period of time, it is important to understand the complete requirements as restricted project scope. So suppose we are saying the project scope, we have to do the project according to the client requirement, according to the systematic construction. Okay, next one. Various phases of business rapid model. What are the phases? We will see one by one. Business modeling. According to the client, we have to do the business modeling according to the requirements. So next one. Next page we will say data modeling. Data modeling, what we need? Information is collected in the model, classified into the model. What model? Data object. It is classified to data object. One we are doing it, one we are getting it. Next one, process modeling. We have to objects are transformed into process. Why we have to transform it? We have to bring it back into a process. The fourth one is application generation. Application generation. Why we need application generation? We have to do the application generation according to the client requirement. Testing and turnover. We use the con testing will be turnover. So we have to not doing the testing, we have to do the turnover. Okay. So next we will see. So that's all. Prototyping model. According to the prototyping model, we have to do the one prototyping model. Okay. The last one is spiral model. We have to do the spiral model according to the requirement, according to the systematic requirement. Okay. So first 2 chapters are completed. Next 2 chapters we will discuss in the next class. Okay. Thank you.